Starfield, tamo aqui. Vocês estão vendo aqui, tamo aqui de volta no... na Nova Atlântida. A gente vai aqui, ó. Falar com o suplente. Eu não sei nem como é que eu vou falar com esse nome aqui, mas tudo bem. Vamos lá. Isso aqui é a missão da UC, né, da União das Colônias. Está seguindo aqui ainda aquela...
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Repositório de todos os dados bandidos da Guerra das Colônias. Vamos fingir que eu não faço... Não, vamos.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Provavelmente da Confederação a gente ainda vai ser até um pouco relativamente mais fácil por causa talvez por causa da primeira missão que a gente teve, né? Tá, eu esperava que eles estivessem pedindo socorro após o ataque do espaço-porto. Nossa, essa aqui é bem... Apesar de alguns eletrodos, extrator de dentes e um pouco de pentotal sódico.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun? Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Um bando de loucos, o problema parece mesmo promissor, tenho certeza que é possível convencer. Apesar do caso, é gente como a gente.
The Zealots do not represent House Varun. I am sure there are many within their society who value the same things we do.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
Como é que a gente não esteja atrás do cadáver?
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, This device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Ah, the good Ambassador Ratcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Já mostra limite nova. Vamos.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind.
Be smart out there, Captain.
Welcome back. Official line is that you're my suggestion. She's also got a staff.
Tá, não tem mais nada aqui, não tem mais nada que a gente consiga ver aqui. Vambora então. Olha.
Hey.
A gente vai pro salão principal. Gente, lembrando isso daqui. Esse é o trabalho da vanguarda. Que a gente começou a fazer, né? Até para poder obter o classe C, né?
Sorry, but I need sign off from the interstellar.
Restart security! Stop right now!
You gotta be kidding.
I cannot help but notice that the
Okay, let's
Colony
go.
War
This isn't a
Memorial is in
playground.
direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect
Good.
that was
And you can bet
very
the
much
UC is gonna
intentional.
hear about this.
I trust we have learned our lesson.
Ah, pera aí, a gente... Ah, tá, a gente foi pro...
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference rooms.
Tá, agora entendi o que é
One
hoje.
or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
Terramorphs, as in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint.
I was
just
just
wish I
thinking
hadn't
about
received the
you.
news
We will
from an
be here for you,
SSNN
as
broadcast.
always.
We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
You would.
Oh, the troublemaker security threw out of the embassy. What do you want?
Agente da Confederação.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Você viu corretamente. Precisamos do acesso do arquivo. Você precisa nos ajudar. Caso contrário, na próxima semana será a responsabilidade do Memória para... Não. Não vou implorar, não.
I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go?
Vou resolver isso de outra maneira, falando...
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood. I'm listening.
4.000 não. Não vou...
It's a job I take very seriously. It's why I'm even entertaining what you're suggesting right now.
Nossa, não.
Responsible governance will not be rushed. It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment. Possibly. I think we can work something out.
Nossa, cara, eu vou gastar... É isso mesmo?
I suppose you might be right. Easy to lose sight of the big picture sometimes. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement? Excellent. Follow me. They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Code generators just this way. It's not supposed to be a long process. It is for emergencies, after all.
I suppose that is ours now, eh?
Volta. Sala de reunião. Bem, acaba que a gente nem precisa do... Usar o... Vamos ter que entrar pela embaixada pela porta dos fundos, né? Segunda embaixada. Vamos lá, não.
So strange that now, for all reasons, is my first time inside this place.
Tá, vamos ver isso daqui primeiro. Transição calibrar. Tá, no net. Ajuda o C. Nossa, cara, isso aqui ainda...
been a very long time since I have seen one of these trees. My people would be proud to know it thrives.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Once again, we are triumphant.
O que que tá fazendo dentro do banheiro, me diz? Bem, as torretas estão... Eu reconfigurei as torretas pra mim, né? Médico. Vamos lá. Ah tá, os robôs estavam ali. Eu podia ter usado, né? Aqui se importa. Ah, engraçado. Eu modifiquei a torreta. Vamos lá, só essa daqui, tá. Vamos subir. Tá, deixa eu ver aqui. Essa aqui tava destrancada agora há pouco. aqui. Ah, você zoou que era do lado de cá. Beleza. As torretas que sobraram. Botamos aqui para configurei para nossa proteção.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Vamos descer então. Eliminou todos? Ah, parece que foi todos. Tá aqui a chave.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks.
Tá, vamos.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
As batalhas pessoal, o restante não sofreu uma multidão, o rei da cidade está em melhor estado. O que aconteceu aqui? Uma subtensão.
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you and your friend here.
You need not maintain a facade, Kasric. He knows who I am. Who I actually am.
Quite the breach in protocol, Andreja. Something I look forward to discussing further. Once we've established why it is you to have come waltzing through my door uninvited. Now, the broadcast earlier spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So, the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Ativar os dados para compreender melhor e impedir o ataque negativo. Jamais acontece esse tipo de coisa. Não precisamos do seu código para conseguir isso. Não, vamos nessa primeira aqui.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Minha palavra, pedindo possível, mas não tem como saber como tudo vai terminar. Pode, conhecimento não pode ser maligno. Conhecimento não vou nem entrar em discussão. Vamos dar a palavra dele aqui.
You have my word as well, and you know that you can trust me.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good. I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter.
Os estudantes foram embora, para onde foram? Que você ficou para trás. Vamos primeiro falar da Andrea.
Perhaps not my place to say. She has her own calling, as I have mine, but I assume that she, like most of our observers, was instructed to keep her history private. I would not even know of her myself were it not for the urgent need to pass on communications a year ago. She must trust you a great deal to have told you. I suggest you keep it to yourself, for both of your sakes. The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject. It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the Great Serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments. House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers. The Great Serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the Serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The Serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
break it open.
É isso aqui. Vambora então. Essa é a tal da árvore que ele tava falando, né? Que criou a raiz e tudo aqui. Tá, vambora. Aqui onde que ele tava. O negócio é, vamos sair, tem que sair daqui. Tá, a porta aqui não abre. Vai ter que sair pelo caminho que a gente entrou. Tá, a gente conseguiu, né, a gente conseguiu as... Deixa eu ver aqui. A gente conseguiu as 3 chaves, né, no caso.
You're only a safe... please do.
Tá certo. Tá, aqui não tem mais. Tá, já conseguiu as 3 chaves. Deixa eu fazer uma coisa aqui. Na de vender essa coisa aqui, eu vou...
Bulk items may require multiple levels of... Welcome to UC... I hope we...
Tá. Here's the crest. Arremessáveis. Tirar essa arga urbana daqui. Essas duas aqui a gente já deu uma... 52 munições de 40. Tá bom.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Só que eu acho que eu tô sem... Acho que eu joguei... Tem que ver onde que tá a arma, porque... Se não tiver na nave... Já era. Tem que arrumar um jeito... Tem que comprar outra.
They were gonna give our son to a different family.
Vamos lá.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more.
Vai ter que falar com a tal da Yumi, beleza.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
É mais difícil que eu esperava, assim tudo aceitaram cooperar.
So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain.
And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, alright?
Beleza, então. Então a gente vai pro arquivo, então. Eu vou fazer isso aqui no próximo vídeo. Se vocês gostaram, deixa o like, se inscreva no canal. Até a próxima com mais vídeo. Valeu!